Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your midday stretch. 30 minutes of stretching with your to relieve some tension, any soreness you have, and just find a nice, comfortable, and quiet spot to perform the stretches for the next 30 minutes. And breathing, just relaxation. My name is Jenna, fitness coordinator in Bedford. I'm going to start here. We're going to start today standing. So find a spot in your space comfortable for you. We have a little blanket set here. We'll make our way down to the floor eventually, but let's start standing. We're going to start here, just relaxing for a second. Just feel everything kind of hang, letting the weight of everything just kind of fall. We're going to take some nice deep breaths. We're going to take 5 total deep breaths. I want you to take your time. You're going to inhale and exhale. If you want to close your eyes during this time, totally up to you. I'm going to close mine. So again, 5 total deep breaths. So breathing all the way in and exhaling it out. I want to hear you as you exhale 5 times at your own pace. Here we go. I'm going to start. And let it go. Good. Remember, on your own time, whatever feels best for you. 2 more. That last big breath. Good. Let it go. Let any tension, stress go. Like that. We're going to bring it back up if you want to bring your head forward. My right arm is grabbing the left side of my head. I'm just going to pull it towards my shoulder, just holding here. So to feel that stretch at your neck. A lot of the times we're sitting at our desks most of the time. Maybe our posture isn't so great. Maybe our neck is feeling sore. Let's let it go. Grab the other side. So wrapping around towards the ear. Be gentle with yourself as you're pulling that head down towards your shoulder. Should feel good. So let's bring it over one more time each side. We're going to switch over to the other side. Work stretches for you. If there's anything else that you'd like to do in addition to these stretches at home, feel free to do so. I'm just here to break up the day, get everyone moving, feeling good, moving through the weekend. We're going to bring our gaze forward, and we're going to look up at the ceiling, so head comes all the way back through the middle and then back down. Okay, to the middle and up. Let it go as you fall back with your head to the middle, and then just let it go down. A couple more. Nice and slow. Sometimes we won't even think about stretching our neck, but it is important. I know I should probably do it more too. Go one last time down, back to center, and we're just going to move that ear to the shoulder down. Not even using our hands through the middle to the other side. Good. Feel good. One more time each side. Okay, we're going to widen our stance a little bit. I know this is something we always do, but just bringing that arm across our bodies. Pull it in really tight, touch up that shoulder. Good. If you can, maybe grab that wrist and pull a little bit more, so maybe it's coming toward behind that other shoulder. Good. Switch it out. We're going to start grabbing our arm closer to that shoulder. We'll hold this here. And we'll make our way towards the wrist and pull it just a little bit further. So it's kind of going back towards my opposite shoulder to feel an even greater stretch there. Good. And let it go. We're going to grab both of our hands, extending all the way over our head, so stretching all the way up, opening the upper body as tall as you can go. As you're breathing, think of growing a little bit more, extending as far as possible. Feeling slightly to one side, to your right or left, bring it over. Back to center. Let's bring it to the other side. Good work. Just go as far as your body allows you to go. No need to push yourselves. One more time each side. Nice and slow. Squeeze that core as you come over to the side. Stop. And take it the other way. Good. You can let it go. For this next stretch, we're still going to be standing. I'm going to grab onto something if you need to. If not, totally fine to just do it where you are. I'm going to bring my right leg across my left leg, and I'm making sort of this figure four with my legs. The reason I'm using this chair here is because we're going to come back with the hips and reach down towards the ground. You might start to feel your balance a little bit off center, so if you want to grab something to hold on to, reach that left hand as close to that left foot as possible as you're stretching out the right leg here. So you're mostly feeling it in the leg that is on top of the other leg. Again, coming all the way down if you can, and keeping your back as flat as possible. Good, nice job. And feel that stretch. This should feel good. If you're feeling pain anywhere, anytime you do these stretches and it's not a good pain, maybe come out of the stretch or make it a little bit less deep or intense. We still want to be taking care of ourselves. Other side, so my left foot comes on to my right, making that figure four again as I hinge forward and reach down. My leg and knee staying pushed out to get the most out of that stretch. Reaching all the way down. Nice job. Continue to breathe. Think about something that makes you happy, something you're going to do this weekend. Take this time for yourself. Relaxation. And we're going to do one more time each side. So bringing that leg up. All the way back nice and slow. No need to push past where you can go. Let your body do its thing. Did a really nice job. Last side. All the way down we go. We're going to come back to standing. We're going to come back to our upper body stretches here. I'm going to start facing one side of the room. Both of my hands come together, so palms touching. I'm going to open up my right arm, so it's coming all the way out, seeing if I can come all the way back towards that shoulder, in line with that shoulder, to open everything up in the upper body here. You can slightly bend your knees, just open, hold. Like you're reaching to something behind you. So bring it back to center. Now let's open up the other way. So I'm opening up to the back with my left arm. You might notice one side is tighter than the other. That's totally normal. Good. Bring it back in one more time each side. So open again. Nice and wide. Center we go. And last time, open it on up. Good. Really nice job. We're making our way down to the floor slowly but surely. For this next sort of stretch, you're going to be in a little bit of a wider stance. So either be where your shoulders are width apart or a little bit wider. I'm going to have a slight bend in my knees. I'm just going to have my elbows on my knees, just kind of hanging forward. So no pressure anywhere. Just letting everything go, but I'm resting my elbows on my knees so that I'm comfortable. You can rock back and forth. Breathing. From here, you're going to let one arm come off of your leg. So my elbow's coming off my leg. I'm letting my right arm just fall. So the weight of my arm is dropping down and I'm just circling it. We'll start clockwise or counterclockwise. You'll switch the other way. Think of moving it through that joint back to the other way. Let it go. This should feel good. Not much effort needed here. Good. I'm going to put that arm back on my leg. I'm going to move the other arm out as I'm circling it, letting that weight of my arm fall down as I'm making some circles here. I start to wake up some of those muscles or joints that you're like, hey, I don't usually stretch this or do this type of mobility. So that's a good thing. You're realizing things are working. Maybe they need to be stretched a little bit more. Get back to center. From here, we're going to take it into a nice low squat. So I'm coming all the way down. Arms are in. My feet, my heels are on the ground, nice and flat. If you want to sway side to side, you can. Just opening up those hips. And from here, we're going to take it down to the ground. We made it down to the floor for our stretches. I'm just going to make sure you can see me. I believe you can. My feet are straight out in front of me. I put my hands behind to hold up my posture. You're going to point your toes forward to bring them all the way forward as you can. And then you're going to flex, bringing the toes up to the sky. So we're going to be pointing, squeeze your feet together, and flexing, coming all the way up. Point, flex. Good. And pointing, flexing. Good. You can stop here at the flex. We're going to bring our toes out to make a big circle. So your feet are going the opposite way, meeting in the middle. Rolling out those ankles. Nice and slow. Nice work. Give me 2 more full circles. Working on that ankle mobility. Perfect. From here, bringing one leg, just like we did when we were standing, making that figure 4 on top of the other leg, pushing that knee out. And I want you to just kind of move your thumb on the bottom of your foot, kind of just pressing down, relieving some of that tension, giving yourself a foot massage. So just gently kind of press into if there's anywhere maybe you're stiff, maybe the heel of your foot is a little bit stiff. Just kind of working your way through anything that might feel tense. Maybe you've been on your feet for a while. You want to grab the toes and pull them a little bit forward. Especially get into that arch as that kind of moves things from your calf as well. So everything's connected. So to make sure everything is doing good. Good. Put that foot back. Let's bring the other one up, pushing that knee out. Again, I'm kind of just using my thumb to kind of press to any areas of the bottom of my feet. Loosen it up, I like to say. Usually my heel feels most stiff or in the arch. Good. Take your time. that go. I'm actually gonna bring my feet behind me. We're gonna work on rolling out or stretching our wrists. So I want you to take your hands, bring it in front of you, just like tabletop. You can have a little bit of space between your legs too, right under your shoulders with your hands. And I want you to make a circle with your body as you're in tabletop. So I'm bringing my body to my right hand, bringing it forward, over, and then back to my left side. Making a nice big circle. Letting my weight kind of shift from arm to leg. Maybe your core is engaged as you're moving on the outside of that leg. Good. I want you to stop and bring it back to the other side. Nice and slow. Nice job so far. Remember, take your time. Go at your own pace. Good. We're going to take both of our hands, our palms, facing the outside or outside of where you are sitting. And we're just going to bring them flat in front of us. So feel like you stretch maybe your wrists or your forearms. We're just holding. If it's uncomfortable with all that weight on top of your wrist, maybe do one side at a time, less weight on the wrist. Again, tailor this to you and your body, how you're feeling. Okay, let's bring it back forward. Now let's take time to do one at a time. So if I do my right side, my left one stays forward. If you want to pull yourself back towards your glutes or your heels, you can start to feel a little bit more of a pull. Again, as much as you want or need, of course. All right, bring that one back down. I'm flipping the other one over. Same thing, I'm going to shift back slightly. Okay, we're going to stay tabletop. We're going to do another shoulder stretch. So what I want you to do here is grabbing your right arm. It comes up above you. We're going to stretch, so open it up. Try to get it as far back as possible, like you're hitting the wall behind you. Hold that stretch. Good. Now thread it through that left hand, so it's coming underneath here. And now my right side of my head is towards the ground, and I'm stretching on top of that shoulder. Good. And bring it back. My left arm's going to come up, open up, and stretch. Hold. Good. Now I'm threading that hand through the other side. Again, onto the shoulder. Feel that nice stretch. Good. Back to tabletop. We're actually going to transition into laying flat on our back to do a sequence there. Just going to set up my spot here. Move my chair out of the way. As much space as I can get. And you're laying flat on your back. You can just start laying down if you want to close your eyes. We'll do a couple breaths here before we get into any intense stretches. So again, feet are flat. And with your hands flat by your side, close our eyes. Just relax. We're not thinking about anything. We're not thinking about work. We're not thinking about what we have to do later. We're just being here, being present in this moment. I want you to take 5 deep breaths, just like we did when we started, when we were standing. So now you're laying down, so I want you to fill up your lungs with air and blow it out. And here you blow it out for 5 exhales. Here we go at your own pace. Keep those eyes closed. Take your time here. Last time. Nice job. You should feel a bit more relaxed after that. Keep your eyes closed. Just gonna lay for a minute. Let your body sink into the floor. As far down as you can, letting the weight of everything just go. You're not using any muscles to hold anything up. You're just comfortable. Okay, from here, you're going to bring your right leg in. So pull into your body nice and close. Hold it in as tight as possible. You can leave your head on the ground if you'd like. So I want you to roll that ankle in a circle, maybe clockwise, and counterclockwise. Pull it out. Now when you take that leg, I want you to pull it across the left side of the body. So now I'm grabbing the outside of that leg with my opposite arm. So I have my right leg all around my left arm, pulling it all the way over as far as I can go, feeling that stretch in my glute and the abductor, in the side of your leg here. The trick is to keep both of your shoulders down. So sometimes when we pull over too much, this right shoulder comes down. To get the most out of that stretch, we want to keep it flat and hold as we stretch. Good. Bring that one back down. Bringing your left leg now in, just to start close to your body, holding. Circle out that ankle. So again, clockwise, counterclockwise, go both ways. You want to point as back as you can. Same thing that we just did. So grabbing that left leg with my right arm on the outside, pulling it across my body. Feeling that muscle stretch. This can be a deep stretch, so you don't have to pull as much if you feel like it's a little bit too intense. The shoulder is pressing down to the ground. Good. From here, I want you to both bring both legs into each other. So bring them both in, hold them in nice and tight together, close to your chest. Just hold. From here, I want you to have both of your hands flat on the ground. My arms, my hands palms down. And you're going to move your legs side to side, keeping them tight together. So I'm going to loosen up my lower back, but I also want to try to keep everything flat on the ground. And you might be using your core as well because you are lifting those legs up, moving them from side to side. So nice and slow rock to one side. And notice my right shoulder wants to come up, but I'm fighting to pull it down flat. Good. Nice job. Back to the center. And moving to the other way. And controlling my body on the way down. So really good in your lower back. Do a couple more each side. Yeah, one more time each side. Nice job. Take your time. Good. You can put your feet flat on the ground. Arms up by your side again. Just relaxing, falling into the floor. I want you to extend your arms and extend your legs so my arms are coming behind me. I want you to think of elongating as much as possible. So like there's someone pulling your feet and there's someone pulling your arms at the same time to make it nice and tall. If you want to point your toes, stretch your fingers. Good, and relax. We're going to do that again. Elongate in 3, 2, 1. Pull it all the way up and out. Big stretch. Good, let it go. One more time. In 3. Pull, open up those fingertips, toes. Good, you can relax. Nice job. We're going to slowly roll ourselves up. Not all the way up yet. We're going to do our pigeon pose stretch, my favorite stretch for those glutes. The nice deep stretch for the lower body, especially if you're feeling sore. So I'm going to come over my left toe here behind me. I'm going to bring my right foot in front and sit over directly over that front hip, getting my body as close to the ground as possible. Want to put your head down, anything in particular, move back and forth, just so you have that good stretch in your glutes. Take your time. Good, nice job. Take some nice deep breaths here if you'd like. No rush. Good. I'm going to have you press your back toe into the floor. So now you're no longer sitting over that toe, but you're pressing it into the floor and you're lifting it off the ground. So my back leg is completely off the ground. It's straight, extended behind me. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Hold it for a few seconds. Good. Come back over that toe. Nice job. We're going to switch to the other side. So pigeon pose to start. Again, I'm over that back foot and toe, so I'm just kind of relaxing. Everything is on the floor. Come straight over that hip. If you want to move back and forth, you can. Hopefully we're feeling more relaxed. Maybe relieve some tension. By the time this is over, hopefully we're feeling a little bit better. And go on with our days for the weekend. Feeling good. Good. I'm going to have you press that toe again into the floor. So now my back leg is straight off the ground. Feel that stretch. Good. Let it go. Awesome. Feet in front of you. Butterfly, sit. So bring the bottoms of your feet together. Left arm pushes down slightly on that left leg. Notice I said slightly. Don't hurt yourself by pushing it down to the floor as much as possible. Your hips most likely are tight. Most of us ours are. So just gently pressing down. We don't want to hurt ourselves. And that nice stretch on the other side. You can kind of push yourself away. Get back to center. Hands on our feet. Try to come over those feet as much as you can. Feel a deeper stretch in your inner thighs. We're going to make our way up back to standing and finish off our stretch. I wish you could go on forever. We only have 30 minutes today. Good. So we're going to start kind of in like a hunched over position. So I'm on my toes, hands are in front. I want you to roll up nice and slow. So your head should be the last thing that comes up, starting with one vertebrae at a time. You're bending everything and then extending when you get all the way to the top at your own pace. Roll it up. Nice and slow. Awesome job. And to end it off, we'll take a couple more breaths just as we started. I like to end the same way. We'll do 5 deep breaths. So you're going to inhale. Exhale 5 times if you want to bring your arms up. Exhale and bring them on over. If you want to just kind of stay in place, close your eyes. I'm going to close my eyes. 5 breaths. Here we go. Little breath and let it go. Awesome job. I hope you're feeling a little bit less stressed or relieved some tension in these 30 minutes. Awesome job today. Hope to see you guys next week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye.